Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing the Urban Decay Naked Metal Mania look that I wanted to do for that video that I filmed the other day of my haul. For whatever reason, I had a certain look in mind and I did not do it, and that's what I want to do today. And hopefully it will come out the way I want it to. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oil, the clear one, because the lip that I'm going to do, none of the ones that have color match or even come close to matching. So I'm just going to pop some of this on. Because my lips are dry. Speaking of lips, I did a TikTok video yesterday trying out a new viral lip product. So if you don't watch me on TikTok, why not? Doesn't cost anything to have TikTok. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do, of course, is my NYX Pro Fix Stick Correcting Concealer. If you've never seen this in action, of course you have. If you watch my channel, you've seen it in action because this is really something. All this redness that's on my neck will be gone in a second. I just kind of dab this around. And blend it in. Okay, now next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take two Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealers. 160 is the pink, 110 is the regular color. So I'm going to go in first with the pink. On my under eye area. Sephora concealer brush. So the pink is on. Now I'm going to switch to the 110 and layer that right on top. Now for that video, that haul video, for foundation, I used something that I had not used in a long time, and I was shocked at the results. I didn't remember loving that as much as I did. I'm talking about the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour skin tint, because I didn't even have to layer anything over this, because usually with a skin tint or something like this, it's not going to give me the coverage that I want, but my skin looks so good that I just said, I don't need. I'm just shaking it up, giving it a good shake. I said, I don't need to layer anything over this because I was fully going to do that, but my shade is 112 in this. These serum-y types of foundations or skin tints just make your skin look so nice. So I use one pump to do one side of my face, and then another pump to do the other side. I like the smell of this too. So my skin still looks like skin. It doesn't look like I'm wearing a mask or anything. Okay, now I'm gonna pop some of this in my eye area because I didn't put the concealer up there. I probably should have though. Yeah, let's take a little bit of that 110 and put some of that on too, because I just use either foundation or concealer or a combination of the two now for my eye area, because I don't really need a eyeshadow primer because my skin is so dry that I don't have to worry about creasing or anything like that. There's very few products that I ever use where I have to deal with that. Okay, there we go. Now we've got all the redness off the eye area. We don't want to start with that. And I've been using a little bit of powder too. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in 05 Fair. Just a little bit. Oh, you need so little of this. All right, let's put some of this on to set that skin tint. And just gives you a little bit more coverage. So what I've been doing is using some of my other foundations and concealers and powders and just, switching it up instead of always using the same thing every single day, because otherwise it gets kind of boring for me and for you. So I'm trying to switch it up. Okay, next I'm going to use my new Bare Minerals bronzer in Warmth, and this is the pressed version of this that I got at TJ Maxx the other day. And I'm going to use this Real Techniques contour brush. So I just do the perimeter of my face first. And even though this is a bronzer, I contour with it as well. I don't like to use a separate product for contour and bronzer because then it looks funny because it's not going to be the same color. So this will blend together better. Okay, and I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Talk to the Paw blush from the Scooby collection, which looks like that, because when I do that Urban Decay palette, I'm going to use a little bit of the purple as a pop of color, so this purple blush will tie everything together. So you just stamp it on and then blend it out. And then you screw it back in, and it picks up exactly the right amount of product. I really like the concept of this. It just makes it so much easier to try to figure out how much to use because it's like decided for you. I have the coral one too, but I don't really do coral blush that much. But yeah, I like these. I wish that this was like a permanent product by Wet n Wild and that came in a bunch of different colors. That would be nice. Okay, what is next? Next is gonna be eyeshadow. Now, when I went to Sephora and bought the Natasha Denona mini dream palette, I bought another item that day, but I never showed it to you. But we're going to use it today in conjunction with this Urban Decay Metal Mania palette. What am I talking about? I bought the Urban Decay eyeshadow single in the shade Tease. I used to have this many years ago. It's a taupey gray or a grayed taupe. And this is going to be my crease shade. I'm going to use this domed shadow brush by Real Techniques. But yeah, this is going to be the color that I need for my crease to do the look that I want to do, because if you look at the palette, yeah, let me show you what I mean. The only shades in here that would work in the crease would be the nude type shades, and those aren't going to go with what I plan on doing for a look, because those are warm tone, and I'm going to use, well, you'll see. So I needed something matte and cool tone to work with what I wanted to do. Why am I not seeing this over here as much as this side? Is it the lighting? I think it is. I think it's the lighting. This side here. All right, that's good. Yeah, I had this years ago. Now, I don't remember, was this shade Tease, was this in one of the Naked palettes originally? I don't even remember now, because it's been so long since I have had those original Naked palettes. I have the mini version of the Naked 3 that I bought this past year. But yeah. Okay, so what I wanted to do was take Spike Stud, which is the silver, and I wanted to put that on my lids. I'm going to use my finger, because with these types of shades, you can absolutely do that. Sometimes that works better than a brush when it comes to these types of textures of shades. Wow. Metallic much? Oh yes. But see what I mean about putting the gray taupe with this, because a nude um, crease just wouldn't look very pretty with the silver. I'm surprised they didn't include, they gave you a matte black and they gave you a matte brown. So I am going to use a little bit of the black, which is called Heavy. Got to be careful because I have not used this black before. I don't know how pigmented it is, but yeah, we're going to put some of that in the outer part, in the outer corner. Oh, I'm glad I didn't really dig in too hard with my brush there. I'm just going to focus on one eye now, and so the next thing I'm going to do is take a detail brush and I'm going to go into Power Quartz, which is that beautiful purple. And we're going to put that along the lower lash line for a nice pop of color. So that's why I wanted to use that purple blush, because I wanted to kind of just use purple like as an accent color. That's a really beautiful shade. That is beautiful. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, we need a highlight, right? Now, again, there's no highlight that would correspond in this palette, so we're going to have to bring something else in. That is unfortunate that they didn't include, you know, these other colors in this palette. Ooh, I've got this light purple ColourPop highlighter, but I think I want to go white. So let's use my Lottie London Frosted. Yeah, I think that would work good. So let's take a clean brush and pick some of that up. And we're going to put that on the brow bone and the inner corner. Now that is a face highlighter, but there's no reason why I can't use it for this eye look. All right, now I'm going to go in with my NYX retractable eyeliner in black. And we're going to put that on the waterline. I'm going to curl my lashes. And we're going to use my Lottie London Super Fake mascara. I'm just doing one side at a time. I know this looks crazy, but this is my e.l.f. Shape and Stay brow pencil. It's just a wax. I just run that over my brow. Simple as that. And then grab a brow brush and my MAC Omega eyeshadow. And this is what I use as a brow powder. And then I just flip the brush around and blend it. And that's how I do my brows. All right, I'm going to shut the camera off and play catch up with the other eye, and we will be back and do the lips and setting spray. All right, so we're all caught up. I've got the other eye done. Now, I guess I didn't really have to use that single eyeshadow in Tease. It just made it a little bit easier for me to put that all across, because if I was just using the black, you know, beyond the corners, it would be hard to get the gradient that you wanted. So it just made it a little bit more user friendly. But I don't know what you would use for a highlighter in this palette, because it doesn't really have one. I mean, it has this double kick, this light gold, but that would not look good with the silver. So yeah, just use a face highlighter, I guess. Okay, next I'm going to do my lips. Now this lipstick that I'm going to use, I do not have a liner that um, will work with this lipstick, so I'm not going to be able to use a liner. But I showed this lipstick, I did like an Instagram reel when I bought this about, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago, something like that. It is the Prado's Beauty, and the shade is called Besitos. So yeah, I buy Prada Beauty at JCPenney. They have that brand in their beauty department. And I've shown you the palette that I bought from them many times. It's a really nice palette. So I thought this purple lipstick would, you know, correspond really well with the purple that I dragged along my lower lash line. Oh, but we're not going to stop there. I'm going to put something on top of that. This is the LA Girl Shade Shifter Lip Gloss in the shade Pixie. And this is a pinky purple or a purpley pink. And this is from the Beauphoria collection. And I checked this morning to make sure this was still available, and it should still be available for purchase if you're interested. But these lip glosses, there were 3 in the collection. I bought all 3. I bought that whole collection except for, I think there was a bronzer. I didn't buy the bronzer, but yeah, these are gorgeous. I'll show you. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, that just gives it, well, it doesn't really need anything, but you know me, I always have to be extra. So all that's left is to spray this down with my Milani Make It Last Original Setting Spray. And the reason why I use the fan is so that I don't get any weird droplets drying anywhere on my face. You want to, once you get that setting spray on there, you want to get it dried as quickly as possible. So that is it. That is the finished look. I think it came out pretty nice. So that's the Urban Decay Naked Metal Mania palette that I picked up at TJ Maxx the other day. If you're looking for this, I hope you find it because $25 is a lot better than $60. So you can save yourself quite a bit of money by getting it at TJ Maxx, and it's still at Ulta and Sephora for $60. So I'm a little confused as to why it would be at TJ Maxx if you can still get it full price at those other stores. So yeah, that's kind of strange, huh? All right, so thanks for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Thanks.